I have to say that bishop on h5. So bishop on h5 felt like helping me because I did want to go bishop to g6, right?
Okay. Yes. No. Knight takes d4. Queen takes d4. Bishop takes c2. There is knight takes e6. It's so peculiar to have a bishop on h5 hitting the king. That bishop takes c2, knight e6 wasn't obvious, but as is common in a French defense, black is looking to post his knight up on f5. By the way, queen a4 check, queen d7. I would be elated to trade queens as black, even though I lose castle privileges, taking off the queens based on the second player. My first impression is black is satisfied, but this was a very strange mix of opening moves here at my set.
That is also my first impression, and I think we do have a knight h6, so he chose the bishop there in this position, h6, bishop. Now we're probably going to see a knight coming to f5, we're going to see bishop to e5, and the king would have to go with f8. Now, the big question, queen to a4, okay, king goes to f8, not unless you do not want to go queen d7.
Queen d7 would have been that. You'd hurt my feelings with the move bishop e5. Now, I don't know why he didn't just castle. He's keeping rook h4 potentially in reserve. Rook h8 to h4.
I believe he decided
as a way of developing his rook.
So he decided that the rook is just more active on h5 than it would have been on f8, fighting for that c file with the rook from a8. So I think, okay, the rook on h8 will go via the h line somewhere. It's going to land probably on Maxime square on h4, I would say, as you were mentioning yesterday. And the rook from a8 probably will land to c.
Rook to h. Oh, I was about to say rook to h4, f4, bishop c5 check, and knight g3 mate is a nasty way of finishing the game. Now with the move bishop c5, my way of thinking, this opens up the possibility of queen to h4, which would force the trade to queen, something that black is trying to achieve, which is why ending up knight g3. My thought is that this position is quite acceptable for black, but never forget two bishops can be a significant advantage. In this particular position, the c file is closed thanks to the bishop on d3, protecting the pawn on c2. Your knee-jerk thoughts, Christian, do you like white or black?
Well, one thing I will say, Yasser, is that I did spot NVL look at the digital boards that show all the games that are being promised. He took a glance at them.
He's
definitely watching what his following peer. A lot of players can slowly
catch up
in.
Yeah.
By the way, Duda also, with a win in this one, he would be only 1 point behind NVL.
Absolutely.
Key matchup right here.
Duda spending some significant time after this move, g3, queen f4, not allowing the trade of queens. It took a while for him to play the move queen e6. The combination of the moves, bishop c5 and queen e6, I don't like, simply because the bishop on c5 is in the way of the rook. If he wanted to control that diagonal, queen e6 was the way. And he played rook h4 earlier. Rook g2, g3 was very useful. I don't understand this move c3 unless he was afraid that the queen was going to come to e4. He was going to have to trade queens. If I'm white, I'm playing king g2 and h4 ASAP. By the way, the bishop did drop back an indication that Duda was not satisfied with the bishop on c5.
Exactly, and as you were mentioning, Yasser, that idea of c3 was to play b4. Kick the bishop off and then defend that c3 pawn with the bishop to b2, connecting the rooks, and then expanding on the queen side a4, a5, and trying to take some space over there. Black decided to play bishop to d7 for that particular reason. Now, you cannot play b4 because that pawn on c3 is hanging. You cannot move the bishop because the pawn on b2 hang. So what is left? That pawn on a2 to be moved and to try to attack the queen with a5. I think this is what we're seeing right now on the board. So a4, a6. Right now we saw rook b1, g5, and g6, a5. Attack.
I'm just being told by the way that bishop is dominating at this exact moment. That is just some extraordinary results by
He is playing Van Forest with the white pieces. That's a golden opportunity to try to creep in closer to leadership.
And I wanted to say that my desirable idea of getting g2 upon the h4, which would have shut down play along the h file, was not achieved. And Duda was very quick to move the move g6, g5, which came with the tempo, followed by g7, g6. Now that his king is off the back rank, he has this opportunity of doubling his rooks on the h file, and he's done that, and he's forced the rook that was on e1 to go back to h1, maybe leaving the potential for a weak pawn on e5 excuse me, I think that was queen. I was trying to play the move queen to c7, and my auto update put the queen on c6, and I was like fighting with my computer. What's wrong with me? I wanted to play queen c7 a moment ago, and he's done it now. Queen c7, MBL is getting into a very dangerous situation. Christian, in my view. This move hits two heshkes.
And he's going to get one of them, right?
Well, he played c3, c4, which does have the benefit that the bishop, if you grab the e5 pawn, just pay attention to a bishop to c3. How real is that? Can he essay the pawn grab?
This is what Duda is calculating as we speak.
Exactly. And by the way, the move c3, c4.
He did not take. He did not take. He played the move the rook to d8. Taking advantage of those two bishops, we're kind of stuck right now, at least momentarily.
There's a bit of a traffic jam, no question about that. But this move, rook d8, is a relief because now the bishop actually is anchored on c3, and the two weaknesses, the pawns on a5 and e5, are properly covered. How do you engineer the trade of dark square bishops? Is black
b5 on board. Taking, well, with b5 you're kind of releasing the queen from the defense of those queenside pawns, because you know bishop e4 was going to come up, and that was going to create some problems against that pawn. I'm not agreeing necessarily with what you're saying, because white managed to get that rook on a4 attack and pawn on a6. Is that going to fall? He's going to take it, and he took it.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think it is, because I just don't see a6 and a5 as really holding onto the pawn.
Why not defend that?
I'm not very happy for Duda. I think he's been outplayed by the ever-wily and very, very tricky MBL.
He has been outplayed.
Yeah, and now we see why MBL is Blitz, as he swindled the pawn out of this was robbery.
This was robbery in plain sight.
In the clear daylight, you know, like what happened? I mean, he didn't want to get tied down to the b7 pawn, but it's better than losing a pawn.
Now Duda is going into his usual less than 5 seconds for the next 30 moves.
Okay.
25 seconds and counting.
By the way, this setup a potential nasty skewer with rook a8 check, followed by bishop e5. So don't allow that tactic. And he's playing e5 side stepping the threat.
10 seconds for Duda, 1 minute and 5 seconds for him.
I just feel like against these super elite players, you just can't put yourself in a position where you're 30 seconds behind. You feel the pressure of the ticking clock forever. Bishop takes f5, huge decision. MBL spotted a weakness on the king side, followed it up with g4. And the magnificent streak that this one-a-thon and non continues as Mitch has won his fourth
Big moment though.
in a row.
Big moment
And
in the position right now because E6 is a check, but will he
But
play?
D4, D5, and D4 would block the check with gain of tempo. And I think, well, there's still. Oh, Duda is
Back.
back. No other way of saying it, but Duda's back. I mean, at one time he was getting outplayed. Now it's his turn to outplay MVL, and
It's like whenever he has 5 seconds on the clock, he starts playing brilliant chess.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
And rook e4 to stop bishop to d4, and MVL found that very key move. And bishop f2. What is the bishop doing on f2? By the way, notice the rook on f5 is trapped.
I'll tell you what it does, Yasser. It's passing the time.
Good point. A move is better than no move. And
Wait
this
a
move,
minute.
e6,
Did him
that's
miss
a
that?
wake-up call.
That's going to be
because
two
he
pawns for white.
loses the g5 pawn with check. No.
Rook to e5. Yes, that pawn is
The
going down
pawn.
on g5.
I was thinking of the bishop ending. MVL made the decision that
Keep the rooks on.
he wanted to keep the rooks on the board, and he did. And
4, 3, 2.
what's your impression?
He's going to win this.
MVL,
MVL is going to win this.
because he's just a pawn up, and he's, my goodness, he goes to the floor. Well, I got rook d4 check. Drive you right back. You could put the pawn on b5.
That's what he did.
And he's done it.
3,
Ooh, rook d1. You want to play rook d5, and he didn't get the opportunity because king e4 would have hit the bishop and the rook. But rook c6.
1. Flag. Oh, is that a flag? No.
No.
4 seconds. 5 seconds
Oh,
on the
but
clock.
d3 is hanging, so it's over. It's over. This is game over. You can play the moves, but there's no way you're going to save the game. Bishop goes to c5.
And we see a
Bishop
resignation.
d4.
Huge game for MVL.
Wow. Any remaining games?
We do have no remaining games.
All games are